Bedfellows by Peggy, Dougherty. A living room. Sid, in a bathrobe, reading glasses perched on his head, is sipping coffee. He looks for something. Joan, in a blue bathrobe, eyeglasses on a chain around her neck, enters carrying a newspaper.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I thought you'd be sleeping in.
Now, why would you think that?
It's Saturday, silly.
No, I believe it's Friday.
Is it?
She tries to read the date on the paper.
Silly me.
She hands him the paper.
Today it was on the neighbor's lawn, yesterday in the hedge, the day before in the gutter. I must call and complain.
Yes, do.
Joan returns with a mug of coffee.
What?
The art section, silly.
Oh,
He sorts through the paper and hands her a section.
I don't much like being called silly.
Don't be silly. I've called you that 100 times.
Well, I don't like it.
Oh dear, I'm sorry, darling.
Darling?
Every morning you read the sports page, I read the art section.
I'm reading the editorials, and for once, I'd like to read them in peace.
Mr. and Mrs. Average American Couple.
Please, don't make me vomit.
You're being silly again, darling. By the way, I'm ordering the windows today.
Windows?
For the house, silly. I mean, darling.
No new windows.
We decided solid cedar casement windows. You can't change your mind.
I made no such decision.
We were sitting right here on this very sofa.
Our windows are perfectly functional.
They're perfectly ugly.
And when it's hot, they open. When it's cold, they close.
New windows add value to a house.
There are no plans to sell the house.
We'll sell it someday.
Not anytime soon.
I'm going ahead with this.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Try and stop me.
I'll simply cancel the order.
You wouldn't dare. Not after last time.
Last time?
The kitchen countertops?
Perfectly functional.
You canceled my Tuscan granite kitchen countertops.
Good move.
I want a new kitchen, and I intend to have one.
Over my dead body.
That's soon. And we're buying all new furniture.
Well, kudos. Your greed now exceeds your extravagance.
Joan enters with a coffee carafe.
Because I want to surround myself with beautiful things.
That would make a startling contrast.
Joan fumes, walks behind him, and prepares to pour hot coffee on his head.
More coffee, darling.
Please. I'll be late this evening.
It's Friday. We have a dinner date with friends.
Which friends?
Eve and her husband. What's his name?
Since when?
Since Eve and I arranged it.
Eve who?
Eve Smith. We're dining with Eve and Gary. Or is it Jerry? Smith. Are you all right?
I'm perfectly fine. But I won't be home till 8.
We're meeting them at 7.
Well, go on without me.
I am not meeting our friends for dinner without you.
Well, suit yourself.
You've known about these plans for days.
News to me.
You never remember anything.
She stomps off with the carafe.
I remember that I loathe these conversations, and that every morning you sabotage my reading of the paper.
Why are you working late?
I'm not.
You said you
I
were.
said I won't be home until 8. I'm meeting someone for a drink.
That settles it. Simply cancel it.
I'd like to keep my commitments.
It's only a drink. Whoever it is, he won't mind.
She.
She?
Victoria.
You're having a drink with another woman?
No, I'm having a drink with Victoria to review the week, answer her questions. I'm her mentor, you know.
That's one word for it.
And there was no other time. I've had a luncheon meeting every day.
So, why not a drinky poo on Friday?
It's her first week on the job. She's just getting her feet wet.
What else of hers is getting wet?
What on earth are you going on about?
I don't even know you anymore.
Once again, you're being ridiculous.
Joan returns, brandishing a butcher knife.
I won't let you humiliate me this way.
Humiliate you. I'm having a drink with Victoria.
She walks behind him and aims the knife at his jugular.
You're not the man I married.
Well, newsflash. I married a practical, sensible
You're
woman.
cruel and
Not
abusive,
a spendthrift,
lying and
status-seeking,
deceitful,
shallow,
rigid,
self-centered,
withholding.
social climber.
Joan raises the knife.
I won't have it. I won't have you be seen in public with some slut.
How dare you? Have you lost your mind?
You're a stranger to me.
And you're some homicidal maniac. I want you out of my house.
Your house?
Yes, my house. I paid for it.
Tell that to my attorney, you stingy, selfish prick.
Yeah, you need an attorney threatening me with a knife.
This isn't a threat.
She lunges at him. They struggle. He squeezes her wrist. She drops the knife. He picks it up.
I'm phoning the police.
Make sure they bring a body bag.
Sid goes to the phone. Just as he reaches it, it rings. He answers it.
Hello? Yes?
Joan returns wielding a meat cleaver. Sid warily watches her, keeping his distance.
This isn't a good time.
She circles around him menacingly.
Really? Yes, I'll keep an eye out. Your number?
He jots down the number.
Okay.
Joan makes as if to hurl the cleaver like a tomahawk.
That was the guy who drives the old pickup. You know, he lives next door. His wife went out to get the paper 10 minutes ago. She hasn't come back. He wonders if I've seen her. She's wearing a blue flannel robe.
Joan stares at her blue robe, stares at the cleaver. She puts on her glasses and stares at Sid.
Bill?
Sid.
And your wife?
I think I hear her in the shower.
I better go. I'll put this back.
She indicates the cleaver. Sid gathers up the newspaper and smooths the crumpled section. Joan returns and he hands her the newspaper.
Your wife, does she know about Victoria?
My niece?
Your niece? You wouldn't with your niece?
Wouldn't what?
Forget it. I've overstayed my welcome.
Your house is to the right.
The door slams. Sid goes to the phone and dials.
Bill? Sid Grange, next door. Yeah, I found your wife. She's on her way. Whatever you do, say yes to Windows.